Does he play here, local?
No. He's
part of
Indiana.
Born Villains, and I think half of it is Grime Society is based out of Atlanta, and that's his other project is Born Villains.
Oh, all right.
Right.
So, 3, 2, 1. Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Los Mafiosos here.
See?
Today, we got myself, Ignit.
Your boy TC, Nonsense.
Right here, Jose.
All right, today, we're going to be talking about the upcoming shows, festivals of the EDM scene.
Oh, yeah.
One really big one, I think all of us are attending, is FK, known as Forbidden Kingdom.
Yeah, Orlando.
They have not released the lineup yet, and everyone has been freaking out because they're posting on their Instagram page other stuff other than the lineup, and we're all really wanting to know who the fuck is going to be on. Who is going to be on the lineup?
I got you, but did you see on Twitter Pepe, the owner of Forbidden Kingdom?
Wait, isn't Pepe? I thought he was
Pepe is it Vargas?
ABC Orlando.
Yeah, he's part of Insomniac, it's Insomniac.
Oh,
yeah, he said that they were supposed to release it this week, but they had some issues with some stuff stuff with the festival, so it's releasing this week. So that's pretty exciting. I'm hyped because that is this is gonna be the third year in a row I've been to FK. And it just keeps getting better and better. It's such a good festival.
It is.
It really is. I enjoyed it.
In Orlando, it's not a camping one, unfortunately, but you're in Orlando, and the after parties afterwards every night are gas. There's always something to do afterwards.
Yep.
Yeah, I enjoyed it my time. Last year was my first time going to it, and it was pretty nice. Even the setup and everything was pretty good. I liked it.
The only thing is it's hot. It's hot, so you got to be prepared. Take care of yourself before.
It was so humid.
It's Florida.
I was sweating as soon as I got up in there. I was like, bro, I need to find some shade.
If you're a guy, if you're a guy, jersey and shorts. To
be honest, I was just wearing a shirt and shorts, so I don't know. For me, it kind of didn't hit that hard. It felt hard whenever I started to feel drunk.
Everything's harder when you're drunk.
Yeah. That's when I'm God damn, let's go to a shade or something.
But they did do pretty good about giving you shade and water stations and things like that. I always tell people when you get into the festival, any festival is get the lay of the land first. Figure out where everything is, because a lot of people get in the festival and they run right towards the stage, start doing extracurricular activities, and then crisis happens and they have no clue where anything is.
Yeah, you lose your squad and you don't know where to meet up. And then at those festivals, signal is just
especially when the sun starts going down.
Bro, the signal is awful. I'll be trying to text people, but I'm sitting here waiting for it to deliver, and it's annoying.
The one thing I have noticed that it's actually really helpful.
Green text.
Yeah, just send it as a regular.
Green text. Hold your text down and send us text message instead of iMessage.
Instead of iMessage.
At Lost Lands, that's how we did it. Yeah, and we were able to communicate nothing. But talking about FK,
but I wouldn't say last year they released the lineup pretty late though.
They released it early, and then they released the phase 2 around this time. Remember? Because
I don't get the phase 1 and phase 2.
Because phase 1's kind of phase 1 with lineups that is the initial people to get people to buy it. It's the people that are guaranteed to come, and then they add a lot of phase 2 lineup. Later on, sometimes phase 3 to add those spots where some people from overseas can't get their visas in line, or they want to add an extra stage, because production is constantly changing. It's set in stone at these festivals, but they're changing things constantly to fill in slots for people that can't make it, or people want to do back-to-backs or contracts. It's really crazy.
I feel nowadays with festivals and their lineups, back then you will know the lineup and then the tickets will come out, and you will buy them. Now it's tickets are coming out first,
investors,
and then the lineup comes out later.
It's shitty.
And in a way, it kind of sucks because it's rushing people to But I mean, FK, you can't go wrong with it. Lost Lands, you can't go wrong with it. And of course, the major
EDCs.
Insomniac festival, EDC, either Las Vegas if you got the money, or Orlando. You can't.
I heard that they are adding 10 people that are overseas
to FK.
I'm pretty sure it's the FK lineup. So I
really
want to see Alien Park. Alien Park is from Venezuela.
Oh,
yes.
he did play his
Alien Park
is so gassed, and he is not. I don't think he's ever been in the U.S.
No, because I know like Venezuela, like I know it's like a pretty corrupt country, so it's really hard for people to get visas. But like I know he's like on Subsidia's label. I know Excision has a lot of pull. You know, maybe hopefully
so he's
they
already
can get him out here.
Big label, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a lot of like these producers, what they do is they just make music and they send it to these labels, and then the label will pick it up or deny or not pick it up, and then that's usually why like people get their songs rinsed out for like 6 months to a year before they actually drop the songs, because these labels have the song. So that's kind of how it works with like the music industry, at least in the EDM side. But like you said, Alien Park, I'm ready for like Nosphere. Oh my gosh, Nosphere. I would like Dr. Ushu. He would be gassed to come over.
Ushu's cool.
Ushu, yeah, from all them dudes from.
Where's Nosphere from?
They're from somewhere in Europe. I know a lot of them on Disciple and stuff like that are like from Europe. So I know, like, who else is it? Chassie's not from Europe. No, Chassie's from America, I think, right?
No, he has a strong accent.
Is he? I don't know. I know Samplifier's from Europe. I know Virtual Riot. All those guys like in Disciple are pretty much out of Europe. But I'm excited to see who those foreigners are going to be. Because I'm kind of getting tired of the same American people on the same Canadian Americans on the lineup.
Like different people that
different
I listen to. Like I listen to a variety of different artists, but
some Australian people.
I don't get to see all of them. You know, like the only Australian I see is Murata
and Nimda.
I have not seen Nimda yet.
I want to see Nimda. He would be gassed to have like a tear out stage. That would be crazy.
Murata and Nimda back to back.
Oof. That'd be dope at summoning, to be honest. I don't know. Bad Clat supposedly supposed to be returning.
The summoning is like good for sudden death and Murata. Is so good for sudden death and Murata. Like just heavy, the dark and like grudgy sound.
Oh yeah, that's like the most like hardcore. Not
you get rhythm and heavy dubstep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then again, you went. There was a back-to-back with Eptic and Space Laces. I swear that went on for way too long because I was tired of it in the first 20 minutes.
Really?
And they just kept playing like
different stuff that you didn't want to listen to.
I did not want to listen to it.
Yeah, Space Laces, he does a lot of like interesting stuff during his sets. Like at FK last year, it was Getter and Space Laces doing a back-to-back. That was really interesting.
Yeah, that was really good, actually.
That was really interesting. But like with FK, man, like if y'all want to do a festival like FK, I feel like is a really good starter festival, especially if you're really big into just strictly dubstep and rhythm. You're not really going to run into a lot of experimental bass, deep dub, and things like that at FK. It's strictly just heavy bass in your face.
Yeah, if you really enjoy dubstep and rhythm, definitely hit up the Summoning of the Eclipse. That's
and
Sudden
FK
Death's Festival.
and FK.
Yeah, and that too. But
he's just like Sudden Death's Festival.
No, Sudden Death's Festival is like really dark and like
intimate.
Yeah, I was gonna say like with a summoning fest like that, it's more for like your heavy listeners.
Very, very heavy.
Yeah,
like it's literally in a cave.
Yeah,
in a cave, and then you have an outside stage, which that's really cool too. I love the outside stage, but
yeah, they just built that.
I'm so glad I was one of the people that got
went to the first one,
the first festival by Sudden Death.
Yeah, and then this year, let's see how it evolves.
Yeah, I just know the venue's just small and it can't hold a lot of people. That's the only bad thing. So I feel like either they're gonna have to expand, which they could in that area. There's not really a lot around.
He should. I feel like he should. He
should invest into it.
I mean, the festival sold out in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he needs to invest. So, he's already invested into the land and the venue, but I feel like Danny a
lot.
Yeah,
or just like because the one thing I saw a lot after that festival was like the people that work there. And people that are, they were not ready for.
They was not ready for
what it is.
Like they were not expecting.
Like mom and pop, uncle and cousin were coming to work for the weekend.
They were not ready for it. They were like, no mosh pits, no mosh pits. Like they were, they was not ready for it.
Like it's like they were literally like shocked and like
they thought it was going to be like a rock concert, not.
No, it was just too heavy for them, basically.
Yeah.
Not like expecting.
Too intense. It was too intense. It's too much.
Now, another thing, like switching gears and all that. So, what do you guys think about like Lost Lands though actually happening this year? Because of that derailment, the toxics.
Well, they are monitoring the soil and everything.
And like the
where
water
comes
supply.
from.
I know the water supply is not like directly linked to what the water they're using at Lost Lands.
Plus, Lost Lands is 150 miles from the derailment where it actually happened. So
we'll see.
It can change some stuff just because it's so far away from the derailment itself, but soil goes a long way. Like you get your water from multiple sources in the ground.
Yeah.
So
it rains constantly.
Yeah. They're all monitoring that, and plus it is like 9 months away.
Yeah.
So a lot can change, but if it does get into the soil
and the water,
and in the water, it can take up to 5 years for it to go away. So
knowing like Excision, like he is all about safety and making sure everything's like Jeff, like his team is so good about what they do.
If anything, just move the location somewhere farther away.
Yeah, but
that would be like last
minute. That's gonna be last minute, and I feel like they would have to delay the festival at that point because you got to think. Legend Valley, like, yeah, it's its own music venue, but like it is strictly known for Lost Lands and the amount of money that the Excision Presents production companies put into it.
Land. Just that one festival.
Yeah,
so many acres.
Yeah, but like for them to have the same level of production somewhere else, it's not going to happen. It won't, because that stage is a standalone stage built in. He can't really move it.
I mean, okay, they can.
They could, but it's going to take a lot logistically that they...
It's going to be very hard to, like, plan out. Like how, from what I saw, like, from Lost Lands, like, the whole setup is, like...
It's built for Lost Lands.
Yeah, like, it's so, like, perfect in a way. It's like EDC Las Vegas, but, of course, Lost Lands, more dubstep, rhythm.
You know what I think you should do? Instead of waiting and possibly having to... cancel the festival or reschedule it. When you have time now, so many months head out.
No, they probably are. They probably are thinking
switch
about
to another location, like literally immediately.
I'm pretty sure. They
have
are
contingency plans.
I'm pretty sure they will have a backup plan if it comes to that level that they need to like cancel, postpone it, or change locations. But maybe it's not going to be the same, like, crazy layout like how Lost Lands
it wouldn't be the same production. It would not. Yeah. But you got to think too, like, look at what happened with the pandemic. They look at how fast they had to cancel it, but look at, for them to miss a year, like, yeah, it sucks, but like if it's for the bits of safety and well-being for everyone else, they'll do it. Like, that's just how they run things. Like, they're not going to let. Yeah. If it's too much, they're not going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Now, to wrap it up, since it kind of hit there, and I just thought about this. So, what have you guys been thinking of this, like the Okeechobee backlash that be happening and all that?
So, if anyone doesn't know about
hit it from the start.
Something happened. A really, really big disaster happened. It's
pretty sad.
There was a rumor that went around. Don't know if it's true that a girl got beaten up by...
That's false. That's false. That was some dudes that were supposed to be trying to act like security. I'm talking about the Stevie.
I was going to get into that.
Yeah, that is crazy.
So that one's false.
Yeah, we're not bringing that up. We're not spreading false.
So some guy, this was at night. There is... What is it? One lake or multiple lakes?
So Lake Okeechobee. If you look at a big old map of Florida, you can probably add one to the video.
Yeah.
The big old lake in South Florida, it looks like a big old eye. That lake, that's where they do Okeechobee on the beach there, at an area of that lake. So that lake, bro, I'm from that area, like off the river, the Caloosahatchee on the Gulf Coast. That river, I don't even know why anybody would get in that water, why they would have it accessible to anybody with the amount of gators and just invasive snakes and stuff in the water, and like this is how nasty that water gets, bro.
How close is it to the actual venue though?
It's on it.
On it. And I think like the camping fest is like right there too. Right?
So how do they monitor all the like gators that come like up
They
to
can't.
the
They
shore?
can't. they're supposed to have security and stuff like that, but supposedly like they didn't have security.
But I mean, was there any attacks with the gators? No, right?
No.
I didn't hear.
But like going on about this story, like this dude, unfortunately Stevie, like I guess was something happened. I don't know if substances were involved. I don't know the details, but he, got startled by one of his friends, ran into the water. Probably they're saying he got caught on something. And he ended up drowning, and they didn't. A bunch of people ran into the water after him as soon as he ran in. They were looking for him, and they couldn't find him. They tried like 20 or 30 minutes to look for him, and they said he swam out and went across. Somebody said that, or that he got out, and so they all stopped. And then the next morning, somebody found his body the next day with some people that were looking for like shells in the water, and he was already stiff. Unfortunately, like. His friends and stuff, like they supposedly came and took all his belongings. The staff, like Insomniac, came and took all his belongings. Aren't giving his family really any information. Not giving them back his personal belongings. Not posting about it. Grizz actually had to get was one of the first people bigger profile people to like make a statement about it. I know all y'all saw that. But yeah, it's like a crazy
a
event.
lot of things happen,
and people are like trying to point, but like one thing I don't get is like people are trying to point so many fingers, and there's unfortunately it is a loss of life, but it is an accident. You can point fingers, but at the end of the day, it's not going to bring that person back. Unfortunately, like it sucks.
It's something that we have to this big name festivals, they got to learn from it, because in a way, that's an incident, and then the other two incidents that happened that people OD'd, and pretty much there was only one medic tent in the whole for the whole festival. I feel like for this year, Insomniac was not prepared for this Okeechobee Fest, because last year and the years before they were very small.
Well, listen, Insomniac actually bought Okeechobee recently. They bought the festival.
Yeah,
so they just took ownership of the festival. So this was their first year as owners of Okeechobee.
I was going to say last year, I don't remember Insomniac
They took like shade away from from the water stage. They ran things completely different, supposedly. It was a complete 180 from what they were used to. So yeah, Insomniac did drop the ball on a lot of stuff, and it sucks that there was loss of life.
I feel like they were just not ready for it,
It's
but the one thing though that I did learn, and one of EDM influencers is I'm literally gonna be carrying those test strips,
Narcan,
and then Narcan as well.
I keep it in my backpack.
Yeah, because
you don't know what could happen around you. You could save life.
No, yeah, for real. Because even at a big festival, how a great point that she said is what about, let's say you're all the way in the front stage by the rail, this and that, or even just in the middle because you're let's say you're moshing or whatever, and one of your friends or just somebody just drops down, and the time that someone's trying to get help and all that, you
could do it yourself.
Those small little seconds matter, and
or it's either for someone else or for yourself. You might not be able to do it yourself, but someone that knows.
But at least you have, They can do it for you. Yeah, and one of the podcasts that we talked in the past, Josh brought it up, and Overdose. They have a training on how to use the Narcan.
There's so many resources out there,
and I'm actually gonna be getting myself more involved there, because
dude, I've been telling y'all I want to teach
a lot of those test strips, a lot of those Narcans, probably two.
I have a medical background, y'all know that. With the military, I can teach y'all a lot. I've tried to teach people stuff how to wake people up and help people when they're really sauced out and stuff.
But I think that's what comes down now, with the moral story is okay,
we got to take care of each other.
Yeah, we have to take the initiative of actually learning when it comes to that downside. We already did the great thing. We already do the good stuff of being responsible with our
consumption
candies. Yeah, we study of it. We do multiple tests, but nowadays there's a lot of
you have to be even more proactive.
rabies.
You have to be way more proactive nowadays, and it's not just knowing where your things come from, knowing your equipment, if you're using Narcan, like it's just, everybody just needs to stay vigilant. And, you know, like I said earlier, when you get into a festival, get the lay of the land, have a game plan, figure things out, and don't just go into this willy-nilly, because as you see, loss of life can happen. You know, life is precious. We need to, you know, take care of each other.
Yep. Well, yeah, any last comments or anything, senores?
Taylor gang.
I do have another topic, but we can...
For later? Okay. Alrighty then. Well then...
Take us out of here.
Yeah, nothing.
Taylor.
All right, well, that is the end of this podcast. Hope y'all all enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
Leave a comment down who you're most excited to see at a festival. If you do listen to EDM and you go to these raves, leave a comment down below. We'll love to hear it.
Or if you guys want more information about, you know, starting to go to these festivals,
we'll give you definitely hit us up. We'll be more than happy to
talk about these things.
Talk about all the EDM
music,
scene.
You know, everything.
Me and him we're really into it. But anyways, make sure y'all all smash that like button.
Drink some water.
Drink some alcohol.
Woo!
Make sure you tell your grandma, your dog, your stepbrother,
your hamster,
sister,
your toaster,
anyone to go watch these videos. Leave a comment and subscribe. That'll be it.
Peace.